What up, guys? Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by All the Shonen Jump Protagonists. This is part 10. In the last part, Izuku basically explained his situation to all of his teachers, with some actually, confused, some terrified, and some are actually impressed, if anything. With Principal Nezu offering Izuku to be part of Class 3A given his age and his experience after all, but Izuku turns him down, with also promising you that he'll always be there for her. Anyway, with that said, let's get into this. Right after the next day, Izuku is now able to go back to school and is basically going to enjoy himself more than anything, due to him no longer having to, keep secrets from his teachers, even though All Might already knows. Soon after, he arrives in front of UA, where, who other than waiting for him is Bakugo, saying, "Hey, Kachan, so were you waiting for me?" Saying, "What makes you think I was waiting for you, idiot?" Saying, you're waiting out front of the school, and I just showed up." So, saying, "Shut up! We just arrived at the same time, but we live in the same neighborhood." With Bakugo getting frustrated, realizing that Izuku basically caught him, saying, "Whatever, let's go." As Bakugo saying, "So, what did the school say about you?" Saying, "I basically told them everything about my quirk." With Bakugo saying, "You what?" Saying, "Hey, come on, I had to. If I didn't, things would have gotten pretty complicated given the situation that I was in." Is saying, "Ugh, you gotta be kidding me." With Bakugo getting frustrated and commenting, saying, "So you kept the secret of your quirk from me from almost 6 years, and yet you're gonna tell a bunch of teachers that we just met and known for only a week just off the bat?" Saying, "Well, yeah." With Bakugo saying, "Okay, fine." Let's just say about the favoritism there, with Izuku basically patting his childhood friend on the back. Soon after, both of them arrive in Class 1A, with a couple other people coming up to Izuku, with Kirishima saying, "Midoriya, you alright? So you weren't expelled or anything like that?" With other people such as Ojiro, Tsuyu, Mina, and even Sero and Kaminari were also asking questions, as he just tells them that it was just only a warning, nothing like that. So I just had to make sure not to do something that reckless ever again. As he says all this with just a confident smile on his face, with Todoroki being the only one not up there alongside his classmates, as he thinks, "Midoriya, what did you really do at the USJ to make the teachers worry about you and to talk to you in private?" As Shoto says this by thinking to himself. Soon after, Izuku heads back to his seat, where not only that, Aizawa soon comes in saying, "Alright everyone, get back into your seats now. It's time for class to start." As Ida saying, "Midoriya, you should have said this." Saying, "Oh, right, sorry. Not really used to telling people what to do after all." As everyone looks at each other, realizing that, but Midoriya, you basically gave up such a commanding presence at the USJ. What makes you think you can't tell people what to do now? As Izuku saying, "Oh, that was special kind of circumstances." As he says this with an innocent smile, as everyone just takes it as it is. Soon, a couple minutes later, Aizawa was saying, "Now, after what happened at the USJ, classes will still resume as normal. Nothing has changed. However, there is something important that you all had to prepare for the week after next." As soon, everyone asks, "Oh man, is it going to be a test or exams?" As Soon, Aizawa begins saying, next week you'll be training for the UA Sports Festival, so prepare for that. As everyone gets excited and hyped for the event, soon Izuku thinks the UA Sports Festival. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. After all, it's the only festival. It's the only place where people can be scouted out as pros for agencies once they graduate from UA. Soon, to settle everyone else down, Aizawa activates his quirk, which everyone soon quiets down, saying, so, you all need to prepare and get stronger. The sports festival isn't always consistent, so you all need to prepare yourselves or strengthen your quirks to the point that you can prepare for anything to happen. After saying this, soon Jiro asks, but sir, is it okay for us to actually have the sports festival after what happened, 2 days ago with the villain attack at the USJ? As Izuku thinks this, saying, there's no chance in hell they're going to give up on that. This is an important event for almost every student in UA, not just for the first years, but especially for the second years too. As he thinks this to himself, Aizawa soon basically answers her question, saying, well, normally, but however, for UA, we can't let such a small attack like that get us down. Plus, since there was no incidents or basically any dangerous conditions happening during the USJ incident, there's nothing to worry about too much. But just in case, we will be amping up securities and certain people given passes, allowing them to come to the UA Sports Festival this year. So you have nothing to worry about. And as Jiro saying, okay then, and I'm alright with that. And soon, as I was saying, well, that sums up everything else. I'll be leaving now, so you can have your first period. Soon as he leaves, time goes by, as soon Izuku plans on heading to the cafeteria alongside Bakugo, Ochako, Ida, and surprisingly, even Momo too. On the way there, Ochako asks Bakugo a question saying, hey, Bakugo, can I ask you something? Was saying, what do you want? As she asks, can I ask why you're so close with Deku now? I mean, just a couple days ago, you basically looked at him with nothing but searing hatred. As soon, Ida also asked this question too, with him saying, of course, the first time that we met you, it almost seemed like you despised Midoriya. Now it seems like the two of you are being friends again. And saying, what, I can't change my mind? As soon, Izuku saying, come on, Kachan, you can tell them. As saying, fine. You wanna know why I changed my mind? It's because I have to admit, he is stronger than me. But that doesn't mean a damn thing. I'll grow even stronger than Deku. But I'll have to overcome my hatred for him, which I think I'm actually starting to learn. As he looks at Izuku with that of a cocky smile, with Izuku smiling back too. After hearing this, the two were actually kind of satisfied with the answer. As soon Bakugo saying, so, can I ask you something, round face? And he's saying, sure. Why the hell are you even trying to become a hero? You don't even look like the hero type. As Izuku saying, Kachan, you can't just say, as saying, well, I'm a hero for the money. After that, all of them were actually surprised hearing this, as even Bakugo was caught off guard by the answer, with her basically explaining why she's becoming a hero only for the money, to be there for her parents after everything that they've done for her. So she wants to support them by becoming a hero. And after that, Izuku saying, that's a noble goal, Ochako. If anything, I'm rooting for you. Hell, if anything, I'll be cheering you on all the way. With Izuku saying this with nothing but just a goofy grin, as Ochako begins blushing, saying, "Oh, really? Thanks, Deku," as she looks away, as Momo realizes, so Uraka also has feelings for Midoriya as well, thinking this into her mind, as she soon holds her hand to her chest, as her cheeks began glowing red, as she's saying, Uraka, I'll also be cheering you on as a fellow classmate. And Midoriya, can I ask you, why do you want to become a hero? As Izuku saying, personally, would you say I want to become the world's greatest hero? Not on the level of All Might, but even beyond him. And I strive to make that a reality, no matter what. So once I graduate UA, I'm going to be traveling the world helping as many people as I can, no matter what it takes. After all, Japan doesn't just need one symbol of peace, the whole world needs a symbol of peace. After saying this, he soon walks off to the cafeteria, with everyone actually dumbfounded at that, with such a, well, kind of a childish dream which seems impossible. But when hearing it from Izuku, they basically can't help but believe he could actually do it, after all, with seeing the kind of strength he has. But Bakugo believes him, and it's the reason why he'll always be supporting his childhood best friend. Soon after, a couple minutes later, All Might shows up, with him saying, "Young Bakugo, young Midoriya, there you two of you are," as they both say, "All Might, what are you doing here?" With him holding a lunchbox, saying, "Lunch? The two of you want to join me?" With Uraka basically laughing, saying, "So cute!" As the two leave, the other three head to lunch, and soon reaching there and waiting in line, Ochako wanted to ask why All Might wanted to speak to both of them, as Ida soon brings up possibly because of how Bakugo needs to improve on his quirk and attitude, and also and probably tell Midoriya not to defy the authority again. And since it's All Might, I know that the two of them will take his words to heart. He is the number one hero after all. With Ochako saying, "Yeah, I guess you're right." With Momo even just nodding, as person hearing this being Shoto as canon. With All Might in his deflated form, and Bakugo and Izuku sitting on a couch, with Bakugo asking, "What the hell did you call us in here for, All Might?" As Izuku saying, "Come on, show respect, Kachan." Saying, "I wanted to tell the both of you about the importance of the sports festival." As soon saying, "Young Bakugo, since you inherited One for All, it's especially important for you, since you'll become my successor, and becoming the next symbol of peace after all." Saying, yeah, I get it. As long as I show them what I can do, I know a lot of people are going to be wanting me, and I won't let you down, All Might. As soon, Izuku saying, "That's the spirit, Kachan." Is saying, "Young Midoriya, you're the same way. You said that you want to surpass me as beyond the symbol of peace. So, you have your work cut out for you as well. I know you got the strength and the power to do so, but you can't let your arrogance get a hold of you. I know there are still many people within Class 1A and possibly even in general studies who can possibly find a way to surpass you, not with just their quirks alone, with techniques, skill, and basically understanding of their quirks and their opponents too." That's what you're saying, All Might? With All Might's surprise at Izuku's comment, saying, "I'm not arrogant. I know my limits of my abilities, since all my abilities are basically spiritual, life, and physical energy generating throughout my body constantly. And since my body is basically in its normal form in our world, I personally, if I push myself too far, I could possibly damage myself to no repair, since I don't have the proper body. I realized this for many years after returning to this world after all. So I can't push myself so far. If I do, I might end up killing myself. As All Might hears this alongside Bakugo, All Might saying, if that's the case then, I won't give up yet. If I train each and every day, my body basically acclimates to the power that I once now have, instead of just being in that world originally. It works temporarily, but unless I grow even more, my body won't be able to hold all the powers I have, and will gain in the future as well. After saying this, All Might understands that Izuku is dedicated and motivated to keep moving forward, no matter what. As Bakugo saying, then continue getting stronger, Deku. As your friend, I'll support you as much as you want. And also call on me if you need a sparring partner. Saying, thanks, Kachan. I appreciate it. As the two basically lock hands and give each other nods of agreement and understanding. Soon after, the both of them leave from All Might's office. As the day goes by, as everyone in Class 1A plans on leaving, they soon see a crowd of people outside of their classroom. As Ida is confused seeing so many people, after saying this, can I help all of you? With Bakugo saying, you idiot, they're here to scope out the competition for the sports festival after all. And since we encountered actual villains at the USJ, they're also looking at that. As he soon stares at Izuku, with Izuku scratching the back of his head and smiling with his eyes closed. Is saying, can you please excuse me, you extras? As everyone in Class 1A basically cringes and feels like, you can't just call people extras. With soon Izuku saying, well, at least he said please. At least he's trying to change. As he laughs in his mind. Soon in the crowd, the class begins hearing a voice saying, well, are you just a pompous asshole? Or is everyone else in Class 1A same? As he looks like a boy with spiky purple hair and bags under his eyes come out of the crowd, saying, so you're this year's hero course class for the first years. Personally, I don't think none of you are special. As soon he looks at Izuku and soon says to Bakugo saying, you know, many people in general studies want to be part of the hero course. Same goes for me as well. But since we didn't have the quirk to qualify to be part of this class, we had to choose a different elective, a different course. However, with the sports festival coming up, I think that we should be able to come up better than any of you. With not just the heroes looking down on everyone else, all the other teachers will too. And depending on our performance, they can actually remove some of you from Class 1A and bring us from the General Studies course class. Just letting you know, you can act all arrogant all you want, but your spot in this class can be taken from you right under your noses without you even knowing it. As Bakugo gets pissed, as he soon grits his teeth and saying, you can say that all you want, but like hell I'm going to give up my spot in this class. There's somebody here that I have to surpass and help in his stupid dream after all. After hearing this, Izuku saying, Kachan. After hearing that, he soon gets up from his seat and heads to the front of the entrance as well, saying, thank you for your warning, saying, Shinso. Okay then, Shinso, thank you for the warning. I really appreciate it. Although, I will give you a word of advice. Don't underestimate everybody in this class. They worked hard to get in this school too. Just because some of you were unable to, doesn't mean anything. I believe everyone, those who even in general studies, business, and support course, worked hard to try and get in this school, even if they couldn't get into the hero course class. And I look forward to seeing on what you all can do in a sports festival. As he soon bows in front of everyone, with some of the kids in the crowd saying, "So I guess not everyone in the hero course class is an asshole or kind of full of himself. Yeah, but he's still in the support hero course. What makes you think that he's any different? He's just probably appealing to us, that's all." And soon, Izuku's already outside and past all the groups, with everyone saying, "Wait, where the heck did the green hair kid go?" As he's already left the school and nearing the entrance, saying, "Well, that takes care of that. And besides, starting next week, I better start training." As he looks at UA, he soon turns around and bumps into somebody, as soon saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't," as it looks like it's a girl with periwinkle blue hair, saying, "Hi Midoriya, it's been a while." As Izuku is surprised and actually a little bit scared, saying, "Hado senpai, what are you doing here?" Saying, "Oh, I was just waiting on some friends. I didn't expect to meet you today, and I did." As Izuku saying, "This girl's been texting me non-stop almost a couple days, and yet asking questions about my quirk and everything. And yet I still can't sense this girl's presence. What is with her?" As he thinks all this, as she's began explaining why she's outside, and then finished, as Izuku saying, "Oh yeah, thanks." Saying, "Oh, you're gonna be training for the sports festival for the first year event." As saying, yeah, next month." As saying, can I help you?" As saying, "Wait, really? You want to help me?" As she says, "Of course. Since third years don't take part during the sports festival, only the first years and second years. So I'm going to feel a little bit bored, and so you don't mind if I help out?" As she soon gets really close to Izuku again, as he begins blushing like crazy, saying, "Sure, why not? I go train at Dagobah Beach almost every day, especially since it's a week." As saying, "Okay, bye." As he soon vanishes in front of her, as saying, he vanished in front of me again. He's so interesting. I can't wait to help him get stronger." As Izuku is still on the other side, is right past the gates and leaning against the wall, as his face is still blushing, saying, "You gotta be kidding me. What is with that girl? Hell, if anything, what's with me when it comes to that girl?" As he tries to compose himself and soon heads back to his place. As a couple days go by, Izuku is now ready to train and plans on opening a portal to another world, and hoping that he can get a world that can help him master his spiritual energy and power. Soon, he heads to Dagobah Beach. As he looks around, seeing, "I know I told Nejire that I was going to train here, but I didn't say what time I would be here to train. So I'm going to try and get here. So I came here early so I can start training now, and hopefully I can actually master what new skill and power I learned from this new world." As he's actually at Dagobah Beach around 5 o'clock in the morning. As soon he opens a portal. As he goes through the portal, he soon arrives into an unknown world and surrounded by forest. As he thinks, well, this is new. I wonder what this place is. As he soon feels something saying, "Wait, what the hell is coming through?" As soon he gets closer to his portal, and before somebody comes out of it, and they land on Izuku, is saying, who the hell is saying, "So this is your quirk, Midoriya? Wow, this is actually pretty interesting." As Izuku saying, "I know this voice. Hado senpai? You actually came here this early?" Saying, "Yeah, I did. And like I said, you did say come to Dagobah Beach, but I didn't say a time." Yeah, that did confuse me, so I did decide to come a little bit earlier after all, saying, "You gotta be kidding me!" With a surprised look on his face, Izuku is seriously dumbfounded that this girl followed him through a portal. Of all things, normally this has never happened for Izuku because he always does this alone. If anything, he's actually stuttering crazy and muttering to himself like he normally would when he was still the same old Izuku, which this girl has basically brought him back to his old self, his old canon self. As Nejire is confused and saying, you okay, Midoriya? With Izuku saying, "Oh, right, that reminds me. You need to go now." Hado-senpai, after hearing this, Nejire is confused, saying, "Why?" "Why? I mean, you did say you wanted my help," saying, "Not like that. I didn't really mean it. I only said it because I prefer training alone. And besides, I always find," as Izuku soon was cut himself off, saying, "Damn it, you have to go now." And saying, "I'm not going unless you explain what your quirk really is, Midoriya. And what have you it looks like the things that you've been giving me, you haven't explained everything." It's easy saying, "I'll explain another time. You just have to go now." Before realizing it, something was coming up to them, as Izuku saying, "Damn it, they're already here." As Izuku uses his Nen and his conjuring ability to create his Nejire katana, as something was coming straight at Izuku, as he soon cuts right through it, as Nejire saying, "What, Midoriya, what did you?" As soon blood spills all over, as Izuku saying, "Damn it, man. So this world really is dangerous." As soon another person has already came alongside another, saying, "What the hell did you do to my friend, you bastard?" As soon a horn-like person, and then another person with 4 arms soon appears, saying, "Damn it. By just looking at them, they must be demons. But they're not like the demons back in Master Tanjiro's world. Nejire's here. As long as I have the portal up, I could still push her back." As soon he looks behind Nejire and realizes, "My portal just closed on me, didn't it?" After realizing that his portal was closed, the 2 other demons began rushing at Izuku. As soon Izuku was about to attack them, before one of them was blasted back, as he realized, "Wait, Hado-senpai?" Saying, "You're not the only one who can defend themselves, Izuku." As soon she begins flying around using her quirk, as she soon heads to the other demon, as the demon jumps into the air with the 4 arms and plans to attack her, as she dodges in the way, and soon puts her hands together and shoots a blast from her hands and shoots the 4-armed demon to the ground. As Izuku saying, "Wow, I guess this is what I expect from a member of the Big Three, but still, I didn't expect that she was this strong to actually handle against demons." As soon the other demon that was sent flying comes right back, saying, "I'm gonna kill you, the both of you!" As Izuku stabs him right through the chest with his sword, and soon cuts off his head. And he didn't even need to use any breathing techniques to do so. He's thinking, these demons they seem like regular people, but with some kind of energy flowing through them. It's not spirit energy, and it's not Nen, or not even Cosmo. What the hell is this? As soon saying, "You gotta be kidding me. Those demons were my target, and it looks like somebody already beat me to the punch? Gotta be kidding me." As soon Izuku looks, as he realized, "Wait, what's this spiritual power? It's like spiritual, it's like Reishi, but not even but not so similar." As soon, another person with saying, "Hey, you're a Meshi. Weren't those the demons that Genkai told us to take down?" Saying, "Yeah, I know. And it looks like somebody beat us to the punch." As Nejire soon comes down to Izuku saying, Midori, you know them? No. If anything, I think one of them is going to be my new teacher. He's saying, wait, what? As soon, a boy with somewhat of a small pompadour and that of a Chinese training gi as well, as another guy with also a somewhat of a poofy pompadour as well, and wearing something like a school uniform, saying, "Hey, who the hell are you bastards? And why the hell did you take my targets?" Saying, "Sorry, they were coming after us. I didn't know that they were after you. But hey, one of them is still alive." As the other one that Nejire take down is still alive, but grunting in pain from being blasted. As saying, so a kid and his girlfriend took down 3 level B rank demons. As soon Izuku blushed, saying, "Girlfriend? No, she's my senior." As Izuku saying, "Wait, I did sense a huge presence of Rei coming this way. So, which one of you is it?" As Izuku saying, "That would be me, actually. What's your name?" Is saying, "The name's Yusuke. Yusuke Urameshi. But my friends just call me Yusuke. And I'm a spirit detective." As he soon points his thumb up to the guy next to him, saying, "This is Kuwabara. You can call him my sidekick." Saying, "Hey!" As Kuwabara feels annoyed and says, "Hey, I'm just as much of an equal to you, Urameshi. Remember that." As Izuku saying, "I guess so. So, which one of you really is stronger?" As Izuku still has his sword in his hands, and saying, "That would be me. So, care to spar with me, kid?" Saying, "With pleasure." As soon Izuku puts away his Nejire katana and gets into that of a fighting stance, being his Pegasus fighting stance. As Yusuke also does the same, with the two basically clashing between each other as both of their fists are at each other's faces. And, however, it doesn't look like any of them felt it, as the two of them break apart and soon fight once more, with Izuku throwing up barrages of punches and kicks, and Yusuke doing the same, with the two of them jumping into the air and fighting as well. As Nejire is actually starstruck and saying, "So he's really this strong? This is only I think this is only a fraction of what Midoriya can do." As Kuwabara is saying, "Yeah, same way with Urameshi. He toys with his opponents before he busts out his true strength. That's just the kind of guy he is." As the two still clashing, while soon spinning in the air and landing back on the ground, saying, "You're not half bad, kid." Saying, "You too. And say, how old are you?" Saying, as he tells him, "What? Oh, I'm only 15. Saying, "Same here. I'm only 15 as well." Yusuke saying, "No fooling? I'm actually surprised. Not even if you're only 15. There's only a few people that can rival my strength or even push me past my limits. So, how you like this, kid?" As soon he points his finger at Izuku, is it almost in the shape of a gun? As Izuku saying, "What are you?" As Izuku feels a pressure coming from Yusuke, as a beam of light begins coming from his finger, as it becomes getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As Kuwabara said, "Oh, seriously, Urameshi?" As Nejire is saying, "What is he? You gotta get out of the way, girlie." As saying, "Okay." As soon Yusuke soon says, "Spirit God!" As a giant ball of spiritual power begins shooting right at Izuku. As Izuku saying, "Well then, let's see what he really can do." As soon he puts his hand on his chest, and then his Zanpakuto appears on his back as he draws it and says, "Getsuga Tensho!" and slashes right at the spirit gun blast. And as soon the two powers collide with one another, creating a massive shockwave. As Nejire is saying, "Midoriya, he's so cool." As both Yusuke and Izuku are not even fazed by each other's attack, saying, "Huh, not bad. I expected that. Honestly, if that's all you got," saying, "Nah, this is still only a fraction of what I can do. You as well?" Saying, "Same. So, I gotta see what you really can do. Come on, follow me." Saying, "Alright. Oh yeah, I only got one thing to do." As soon Izuku saying, "Hado senpai, can you come down here?" As she soon comes back down to Izuku. As Izuku opens his portal again, saying, "Can you please go back to our world? I don't want you getting hurt. And I know I made you a promise saying that you can help me, but if anything happens here, I don't want to see you get hurt. Please." It's saying, "Are you sure?" It's saying, "I'm sure. Please go back. I promise you, I'll be safe." As Nejire is saying, "Alright, fine." But before she left, she soon hugged Izuku and then kissed him on the cheek, actually. As Izuku basically blushes like crazy, saying, "You better make sure to come back, Midoriya." As she soon goes through the portal. As Izuku is just standing there and just shocked from the fact that a girl just kissed him. That was actually his first kiss. So he's kind of starstruck after that. He soon snaps out of it and follows Yusuke and Korobara. As soon they head to that of a temple where Izuku sees multiple people and also sees a guy with red hair and another guy with black spiky hair wearing a headband on his forehead. As seeing an old lady saying, "So, who are these guys?" As Yusuke saying, "Oh, yeah, let me introduce you. The guy with the red hair is Kurama. He's a fox demon, but he likes to look like a human from time to time. And the guy on the left is the short-stacked Hiei. He's also a demon as well." As Izuku hears this, he's actually pretty confused because the only demons he's seen has always been the demons in Tanjiro's world. So seeing demons that actually look human, like full-on human, is actually surprising for him than anything. As soon as Yusuke introduces the last person, being the old lady Genku and his master, as she's thinking, "Well, this kid has got some potential just by looking at him, even though he doesn't really look like much, but just sensing his ray, it's pretty interesting." As Izuku saying, "Ray? You mean like Reishi or spirit energy?" "Well, yeah, you got the spirit part. But Reishi," as Izuku saying, "would you believe me that I've traveled to multiple worlds, gaining other abilities and skills?" As Genku saying, "Well, there are demons basically roaming around in the afterlife, and Yusuke's done some stupid stuff that has stopped shocking me from time to time." As Yusuke saying, "Ah, shut up, you old bag." As he says, "I was wondering if you wanted to help train this kid. Seems like he came to here to get stronger and become more powerful. So even though the guy really is holding himself back." As Genkai saying, "I can tell. Tell me, even though you're pretty powerful as it is, you still want to gain more power? In my world, a lot of people have suffered quite a bit. So I want to gain more strength and more power to help as many innocent people as I can. I don't care what it takes. As hearing this, Yusuke saying, huh, so you thirst for power to help others. I can actually understand that, but for me, I'm kind of more selfish in a way. As Izuku saying, I can tell, Yusuke, as the two began laughing, saying, well then boy, show me what you can do. As for a split second, Genku was already in front of Izuku, and Izuku stopped her punch, saying, oh, you're pretty good. And you're pretty done well yourself, but I can tell you're holding yourself back. Nice instincts, boy. As soon she low kicks Izuku, as then she soon punches Izuku straight through the gut. As Izuku saying, damn, that really hurts. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't use my nen at the right time, I think I would have been knocked out cold from that punch. As saying, you weren't kidding about the new ability, the various abilities you have. Okay then, show me what you can do. From now on, you're going to be one of my students, alongside everyone else here. Show me what you can do, boy. As Izuku saying, yes ma'am, I promise I won't let you down. As Yusuke looks at Izuku saying, this is gonna be fun. As for months have passed, Izuku begins learning how to channel his reishi and plans on begin getting stronger, but realize spirit energy in this world is called Rei instead of reishi, which it is called in Ichigo's world. So Izuku decided to channel his Rei through his body. Normally he could do that easily, but when it came to his Zanpakuto, he could never use any of his other abilities, hoping if he learns this world's type of spiritual energy here, he can be able to access his other abilities through his Zanpakuto Yusa, which each year Izuku began learning the spirit gun from Yusei, and also using spiritual energy to enhance his physical strength, speed, and power even more than he normally could. Alongside his Nen, Cosmo, Dying Will Flames, and Chakra, and his Tryon too. He was already a force to be reckoned with, but now that he has a true understanding of his spiritual energy, especially from a world that composes of nothing but spiritual energy, he has this. Because when he only trained with Ichigo, he only learned how to control his reishi through his Zanpakuto, not really through his body, unfortunately. Also, I know some of you may be asking if Izuku is able to learn any of the other abilities from Kurama and Hiei. Well, unfortunately, no. Izuku doesn't have demonic energy like those two, since he's not born since he doesn't have any demon blood flowing through him. Yusuke can because he's half demon, unfortunately, but Izuku can only learn spiritual power from Yusuke and Goken. Well, even Kuwabara's inner spirit sword, Izuku can learn that too. However, he's still limited. But even so, with this little handicap, Izuku is already powerful as is, so he's not really too bothered by it. As the year goes by, Izuku trains under Yusuke and also takes on many powerful demons, ranging from A rank to A plus to even one S rank demon, which almost pushes them past their limits. But they always still come up on top, as Izuku, when fighting against the S-rank demon, didn't really have much of a scratch on him, but he was tired as hell from fighting it, after all. As soon the year ends, as Izuku is now fully ready to head back to his world, is Yusuke saying, "You really gotta go so soon, Izuku?" I mean, you don't want to go for another sparring match? As Izuku saying, I would love to, Yusuke. But I still got a promise to keep, after all. So, hope you understand. Saying, yeah, get back to your girlfriend. As Izuku saying, she's not my girlfriend! As soon he opens a portal, with his face still blushing pretty hard, saying, I'll see you around, Master Yusuke. Saying, none of that master crap. We're equals. We're best friends. Remember that. Deku, as Izuku smiles back at his friend and saying, yeah. And soon heads back to his world. As he looks at the beach, still wearing his training gi, is thinking, well, there's no way that Hado-senpai would be waiting all this time, as he's soon tackled by somebody, saying, I was worried for you. You were gone for so long, for almost in a week. I thought you would come back as soon as possible. As he's saying, Hado-senpai, so you did wait for me this long? Saying, of course I would. You made a promise saying that you would come back, and I had to make sure that you would come back after all. As he's saying, this girl. As soon his phone began buzzing like crazy, as he has tons of missed messages from not just Bakugo, but also from you, and that being Mount Lady, of course. As he's saying, one problem after another. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Also, gotta wait another month for the next part to come out. Sorry guys, that's just how it is for this series. Also, check out my gaming channel, being Mooky Games, where I live stream games and just go there to just relax and have fun. Come there if you just want to hang out too. I'll leave a link in the description below. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.